Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. The markets got completely obliterated yesterday with Trump tariff day continued. 2 trillion was wiped off yesterday and another 2 trillion today. Huge, brutal drop in the market for especially stocks. Bitcoin didn't drop that much, which is a good sign. Remember, when Bitcoin was at 100K and I was saying, this is danger, sell everything in December. The reason was because any good news that came out didn't push up the price past 104K, 109K anymore. And the same is happening now. Even with these bad tariffs and this very bad news, the stock market got obliterated, but Bitcoin didn't drop much, which is actually a good sign. It's showing that it's starting to bottom. Bad news doesn't affect it that much. We're going to jump in the charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're going to look at the bloodbath that happened in the stock markets. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. I bought Nike yesterday. Nike, the last time it hit $55 was in 2015. Nike massively dropped because of this tariff news against Vietnam. 2015 was the last time Nike got this low, and the PE ratio 20. The only two PE ratios that are quite good in the golden territory now, as I teach you in the stock room master course, is Nike and Google. The rest is still a little bit overbought. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going technicals. Actually, let's look at the trades. You can see the market reaction to the tariffs on the stock. Nike was down 14%, Meta 8%. The Nasdaq, this is all the tech stocks, 1,000 point drop in one day, 6%. It's annihilation to the markets, really. 5.4% on Tesla, 3.9% on Google. Huge bloodbath that happened to the stock market and crypto markets yesterday. Very brutal. Bitcoin was hitting. Before Trump announced the tariffs, Bitcoin was hitting 88. After the tariffs, we're at 83. So again, it's not dropping that much. You can clearly see Bitcoin is in this descent along this yellow trend line that it's been on for a few years. Since 2023, you can see it's climbing this trend line. Wow, this is deja vu from 2020, if you guys remember on these videos 5 years ago. Anyway, it's climbing this yellow trend line. If the best place to go long would be at 73K, if we do manage to get that low. We broke out of this descending triangle yesterday. We built pressure and broke out. It tricked everyone, and then Trump announced the tariff and it broke back in. But it is holding the triangle. It got to bounce off the lower end of that triangle. Stochastic very oversold on the daily. On the 4-hourly, stochastic also oversold, trying to head back up. You can clearly see this descending triangle. Bitcoin is now down 25% since the 20th of January. 25% down on Bitcoin. But it did hold this descending triangle. It didn't break lower, which is interesting to see. Descending triangle builds pressure and breaks out. So we could still be going long here, but with a tight stop loss in case Trump announces something, more tariffs, etc. Or there's going to be retaliatory tariffs that will spook the market. This is a not bad trade with risk to reward. I would take this trade, opening it at 82, tight stop loss, and take profit at the target 102. Risk to reward 17 times. Nice risk to reward. Opening the trade at 81,647. Stop loss 84,61. Risking 1,100 to make 21,000. 1,100 to make 21,000 with no leverage per Bitcoin. With 10x leverage will be 210,000. That's the trade I would take on Bitcoin. 81,647, stop loss 84,61, take profit 102, risk towards 17 times, 1,100 risk to make 21,000 gain. 10x leverage will be $210,000 gain. That's per Bitcoin. That's the trade I would take on Bitcoin, and it's looking bullish. Also, I bought Nike yesterday. Again, Nike pulled back to, it hasn't been this price. You can see, look at that drop on Nike from when Trump started talking on the tariffs. Because Vietnam they put 50% tariffs on Vietnam, dropped from 82 down to 55, almost cut it in half. And if you zoom out, that was already after Nike was already hammered hard from 2021 when it reached its peak at 174. When Trump got in office, we were sitting at already 81, so it was already hammered on Nike before this announcement, which dropped it further. And you can see it first touched this price. This is Nike's price going back like 100 years or many years. 1981, you can see first price ticker 1981 it started trading Nike, and you can see here in 2015 it was the first time. August 2015, July 2015, it hit $55. And then 10 years later, it just hit $55 again. And I bought Nike with this spike in volume It's very oversold on the weekly. Next support down, if this breaks, the next support down would be, well, crazy, $47, which it hit back in 2000. And Nike's revenues, it doesn't make sense. If the PE ratio, though, is quite low, like 20 golden ratio, you can see 71 million volume, market cap 82 billion, price to earnings ratio 21 times. So it's almost hitting the golden ratio, which is good to see. And annual revenues staying about the same, 51 billion, 40, still growing, 46, 37, 44 billion, 46 billion, 51 billion, 11% profit margins. But people expect that 51 billion of revenue with 5 billion profit is going to be affected by Nike having to pay its workers more in Vietnam because of the tariffs. Tesla was down, Meta was down, it was brutal drop. Bitcoin we did, let's go into Ethereum, 1819, Ethereum started to bounce, didn't drop much on the tariff news. The low was 1750, which is interesting. Not much of a drop on the tariff news. So this is showing strength. This is what I'm talking about. Bad news doesn't make a difference much anymore. Descending triangle, a little one on Ethereum, builds pressure, and gets a bounce. We're going to have a little bit of a bounce on these, potentially on these altcoins. They're very oversold. The crypto market after Trump. Stock markets are not yet oversold, but crypto markets quite oversold. Target will be 2,200 for Ethereum. I'm going to add to my position here. You can see I've got two trades open. I've got Bitcoin trade, $2,000 in profits for Bitcoin. It was $20,000 in the profits before the announcement of the tariffs at 88K, but then it pulled back 82K for Bitcoin. And I've got 10 Ethereum, which opened, it spiked down and activated this Ethereum trade, activated at 1780, and now we're at 1816. I'm going to add more here because it does look like it's going to break out, to be honest. Let's add 20 Ethereum, 10 Ethereum, and I'll put orders down. So now adding 10 Ethereum, and then I've got more orders at 1500, 20 Ethereum. Let's put on more supports. So 1500, it's going to activate 1747, 49. Let's add another 10 Ethereum. So I've got some orders now at 1749 and 1500. This is my Ethereum trade, which is $330,000. A $35,000 trade. $340 in the profits. $4 it cost me. And this Bitcoin trade, $330,000 trade, $2,000 in the profits, cost me $59. I'm actually getting paid now to keep these. Oh no, Bitcoin not getting paid anymore, and Ethereum, it's gone positive now. So I'm going to start getting charged fees now. Those are my two trades, and I've got more orders for Bitcoin down at 80, 72, etc., 78. Let's put one more order at 81. 0.5 Bitcoin, if there's more news, 81K. And you can see what I'm holding. I've got MCRT, TON, 49K. TON got hit hard, 7% drop. It activated the trades last night as well. I had buy orders for TON at $3.60, and we just got hammered. TON was pumping until this tariff news. I'm not sure what tariffs have to do with TON, to be honest. Let's add another. How much do I have of TON? 49K. Let's add another 2,000 of TON. 1,000 just to bring it to 50K. And I've got Uniswap 29K. Uniswap not dropping much. Interesting. The low on Uniswap was $5.60, and now we're at $5.80. Let's buy another 3,000 Uniswap at $5.60. World 21K, 2% up when the rest dropped. And the world yesterday activated, came down, and it activated my world buys last night. Look at that. It came down, activated at $7.30, came to a low of $7, and then bounced back to $7.50. I've got world 21K. 2% bounce. Let's set another 3K buy here on world. So you can see all the buy orders. I've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Uni, world, and you've got my Bitcoin and Ethereum trades. Join us in the Telegram. There's 218 of you online. People discussing Trueflation US inflation prices, inflation index. People discussing. You can join them. 218 of you online right now discussing. JB Morgan says President Trump's tariffs are the largest US tax hike since 1968. You can see everyone discussing here. Triple bottom he's showing on Ethereum on the RSI. Join them in the conversation. I've got Do you still endorse Trump? No. From what I've seen, like what he promised and what he's doing is not the same. I'm not happy. Like, I don't think it was a good idea, to be honest. What the fuck is this iPhone screen? I'm not sure. I recorded with my iPhone. I can't hear shit. It was a storm yesterday. Sorry, everyone. Hi, I'm from India. We're the next superpower in this world. LOL. Okay. Wish you everyone the best and health and happiness. There is no superpower. You're not from India. You're all born on Earth at the same time. These lines and maps are drawn so you kill each other and fight and give up your souls based off some bullshit lines and maps some retard thousands of years drew. Go down below, 106,800 followers. You can win an iPhone 16 Pro in 5 days. New iPhone 16 Pro and $1,000 giveaway. Go down and do those requirements. It's on my X. Dow futures extend losses in after hours trading down 1,800 points on the day. US stock market records its worst day in 4 years. It's official Liberation Day. The Russell 2000 has closed in bear market territory. It wiped out 2.9 trillion from the markets. S&P 500 losses accelerate, now down 4% on the day. Crazy. I bought some Nike 10 hours ago. DCA down. Don't know how bad this gets. Nike's down 69% from high. First hitting this current price of $55 in 2015. PE ratio only hitting golden spot now was way overvalued. And I added some Nike there. Still high PE ratios. No joke, people. This was me in December 12th. 2024. I'm going to, no joke, people, I'm going to start selling most assets. If you followed this story for the last 6 months, you know why. And Brendan was right. If you followed this story, he was 100% right. That's my updates in the market. All the links are down below for Bybit, 60K bonus down in the description. And the iPhone giveaway is on my X, which you can also find, jamescryptoguru.com for the courses and the Telegram. Love you all. Have an amazing day. I do think we're close to the bottom on a lot of altcoins and on possibly Bitcoin, but I've still got more orders laddered down. But some stocks have more to fall, but others are oversold like Nike. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.